Buddy, you're here. You were muted. What? Oh. Yeah, I have that. It tends to do that every time for me. I don't really know why, but anywho. Big decisions already. If I die, I can only continue with the new captain, or if I die, I can reload or continue with the new captain. I kind of want to do the. This feels like the way the game's meant to be played, you know. Captain Two Hooks. Long lost brother of Captain No Nose. Captain Two Pegs. Captain with 2 peg legs. Call him Captain Tappins. Because that's what it sounds like when he comes in the room. Sounds like a lady when he's walking in the room. Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of this. Knowledge just got downloaded into my brain. Hold on. Log of Her Majesty's Locomotive, the Orphan, March 14th, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning, in haste, to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, DCM, written shortly before her death. And I stuck the landing too. I got all of it. I read all of it before it disappeared. Who is this guy? Oops. I'm a moron, actually. No! Oh, wait. Hey. That's the wrong one. Let's try belong. Man, I really am low energy today, Anna. You've returned to the Reach, an untamed, sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier. A celestial garden runs wild. A celestial garden run wild. You know, I was just bragging about my rating just the other day. No, wait, it was the other minute, right? Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged, and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. Check this, I can do donuts. I should stop doing that. As first officer, the crew looks to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orphean there safety? How about cruise control? Oh. Ah, fuel. And a barrel of fuel among the... Not used to that word. A wreck drifts here, left less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge her for Yeah, you noticed I brought my glasses for this. The wreck of the Ozymandias. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Shut up! The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Leap across the wreck. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. Okay, let's see. Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. I gotta drink my hot bean water. Make my brain work. We can either clear the obstruction away by force or lead the party on a more precarious path. I guess we have to choose what kind of captain we want to be, huh? It'd be cool to be a sneakier type of person. You know, this deception and evasion. Seems like this would do us some good. Oh, success, good. Go back out to the Ozymandias hull. Okay. Go back out to the Ozymandias hull, climb past the blockage, and enter through a window on the far side, and do so carefully. The rest of the boarding party follow you without enthusiasm. You recall the first time you climbed outside an engine, helping the captain fix a leak in an exterior pipe. The wind had shrieked, buffeting at you. You asked the captain what would happen if you'd slipped. You fall, she answered tersely. But where to, you asked. She looked down, then up, then back. The sky's depths spiraled all about you. Away, she said. And you heard her fear. Back in the present, you tumble back into the Ozymandias through a shattered window. Your party spill in after you, glad to be back inside. You have reached the Ozymandias hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus. That's a word I'm not familiar with. Wasn't familiar with your game, Magic Man. You can find parts to repair the Orpheon and restock your stores. Let's conduct a thorough search, of course. Companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions aboard may have compromised its integrity. I mean, but that's the entire reason I didn't want to blow the thing up. Like, blow the door down. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies, and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orpheon. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. "Oh-ho!" cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. We've gained emergency rations. Ozymandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. What, did he have a diploma or something? Mount the Jerusalem cannon on the Orpheon. Our own weapons were damaged during your flight from the Blue Kingdom. It leaves you vulnerable. You can claim both this and the bat. Okay. Yeah, let's get both. Cotterell and Hathersage, Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range more or less accurately. You order 2 of your party to get back to your vessel and fit it in immediately. The Ozymandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. Oh, yep, we get both. We've got a friend. Let me just here real quick. No, that's not right. There we go. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Oh, so it actually is intelligent. It actually does talk. Back with that. Press onto the engine room or not. Might find more fuel there. I think we should just get out while we can. It's too dangerous to say. We return to the Orphean. You lead your boarding party back to your vessel, unshackling her from the buckling Ozymandias. You stoke your engines and steam away, restocked, repaired, and rearmed. The crew give a ragged cheer. Yay! Yeah. I don't know. We should be fine. F to send out your scout. Cost supplies. Oh, it's our bat. He's back. Scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. My chart. My handy dandy map. Looks like we're going that way. Take that. Ah. Destruction. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. I doubt that, I doubt the doctor's going to be able to tell me exactly what's wrong with her. But I guess we could ask. Inquire after the captain's injuries. A word of living fire pursued the Orphean across the Blue Kingdom. It caught you just before you passed through to the transit relay, to the Reach, and it set its brand upon the captain. It's burned itself right through her, the doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign is seared into her bones and her organs. Judging from her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs, too. The captain leads to one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There's nothing the doctor can do. We approach the bedside. The captain opens her eyes as you draw near. She attempts to smile. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise. She breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her requests little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. We have choices. I think we better just see it through. Promissory little bear, last command. She sinks back, relieved. All in my will, she gasps. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back to the scorched pillows in a twisting, frantic fever. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge. Yeah, I read that. Take your leave. You have an engine to command. Gonna need some coffee for that one. Excuse me. A language not meant for the human mouth. So British countryside. She's speaking British. You leave the cabin and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you like, and the captain hasn't long left. There's enemies. I assume these are enemies. Whoa! Don't overheat it. Aha! I got the read on you. You see? I got ultra instinct. Ow. Well. Just play it cool. Just be cool. Just be easy. Haha! got the lead on it. Got him. Easy. No trouble. Looks like I already completed the captain's last request. You prepare to board the buckled wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the remains or strip it for repairs. Now we're fine. Marauders pillage homesteads and hunt travelers all across the reach. They often carry stolen valuables. We'll do that. We got monies. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. Keeps. You store them in the safe to be pawned when, if you make it back to port. We'll be just fine. And this stuff? We once again raid the remains, get some more wallets. Now, where are we? We are here. Bancroft's Forum. Wonder what that's for. I guess I'll have to consult lore drop or something. Like, where do I find that? Dock. Arrival at New Winchester. Well, we were just right there. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. And no sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a brisk station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. We look to the Orphean's doctor. He has just appeared at your shoulder. His face is solemn. His hat is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. The passing. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orpheum itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that, unfortunately, Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad. Very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? He said neutrally, "Tell my wife hello." Oh my, who are we? Today, London lies beneath the stars, between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens, but 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was opened, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth, deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? Let's see. Who were we? There's so many options. A Zaylor. Oh yeah, a lot of things from the Sunless Sea game, that sort of world, they put Z at the beginning of stuff. Like, the C was the Z. Why would you ever not pick gun? This isn't, we aren't choosing a starting gift, man, we're choosing a past. It's not like I wasn't a gun. I wasn't a gun. I wasn't a feather pen. I wasn't a hat or a cross. Well, let's see, the gun is mightier than the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword. But, can't beat the Glock. You brought a pen to a gunfight? Let's see, a ministry auditor. For a time, you served at the Ministry of Public Decency, which has become Her Majesty's preferred instrument. Okay, actually, this is gonna determine some of our skills, so we gotta hear this. High iron, high heart, skill of convincing and enduring. We can play, so we can have high charisma, we could have mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. Heart, skill of convincing and enduring. I wonder. I don't think I want to go with high hearts, because, what am I, some kind of pansy? Maybe we want to play as a lovable rogue. I mean, I hope lovable, because I can't stand to be friendless in two realities. That was a joke. Who are you in that picture? The knife or the purse? The knife. I'm the urchin. Whoops. You were a street urchin. You raced barefoot across the chimneyed rooftops. You stole wigs, wallets, and purses. You made offerings to forgotten gods. The urchins of old London organized into gangs. Which did you belong to? Yeah, barefooted. He had the right to bear arms. But this is London. Haha. A knotted sock, a close-knit band and gang both tried to come out of my mouth at the same exact time. Which gang did you belong to? Heart men? Eyes men? Fist men? They weren't very creative with their naming back in old London. Close-knit band occupied a haunted rookery in the worst part of the city. We're close-knit. The Fisher Kings. I think we're going with this one for high deducing. Every Fisher King bears an old wound. Every Fisher King talks to the wind. Every Fisher King knows things they should not know. Choose an ambition. All right. What does winning mean to you? Right. The truth sounds like the true ending, like the true goal for anyone who wants to play this game. But be warned, this is demanding ambition, best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. The secret FNAF ending. You gotta bust out MatPat for this one. He's gonna have to come out of retirement. The person in charge of fallen London was foxy all the time, after all. And how does Chica fit into all this? Want a comfortable retirement? And by comfortable, you mean extravagant. Many have their fortune out among the stars. Many more have failed. Many have made their fortunes among the stars. Many more have failed. Broken and lost in the drifting night. Will you be different? Immortalize your exploits into the song of the sky. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you never heard of anyone who didn't. Yeah, I think we'll go with fame then. Oh boy. Dude, I just know this guy's hairline is back to here. Ignore that weird noise you just heard. Hats. Oh, we can have such a... Yeah, what do I want to look like? He's got a Tyler One headband. I imagine all of these are different mohawks. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, this guy with the flowing mane. He's got like an ooga booga brow line. That is intense. what was it? He's that guy from Star Trek. I forgot his name, and I also forgot the name of the actor who plays him, so I shouldn't have made this reference because I don't actually know what I'm talking about, but you know the guy. I think we got to go with the glasses. I think the glasses are cool. Nose. So he's got quite a large nose. pretty far out there. Dude's been mewing. Okay, that looks kind of rad. I think I'm gonna keep that one. Outfit. I think we go with that. Term of address. Me lords. Specialist, doctor, professor, officer. I think I'd like to be called brother. And this game functions with like a lineage, so we're not going to call it me. I'm not going to call him Apollo. This man's name is his name is Giggins. He doesn't need a hat. Wonderful. Oh, we got a good, we got a good boost. Look at that. Pretty cool. The reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. That's how long it did. He said the bureaucracy wasn't going to take that long. Just like the real DMV, man. Spent 3 weeks in the DMV, and now I'm out, and I'm just like, finally, I can enjoy the rest of my vacation. Oops, time to set sail again. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy, once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Listen to the end. The captain's relatives, for whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. True to her word, in a final... You guys, with these words, I don't know. The notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry, gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at the time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card and deposits it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orphean is yours. Captain Whitlock's legacy. You can investigate the black box at New Winchester. Could take it to request it, or you could sell it and be done. All right, we got money. And now we get to do whatever we want. Clambering Central Station of New Winchester. A place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. A place of steam and smut must be Twitter. Explore the city. Yeah, let's explore the city, you know? The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair, or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. An opportunity to learn about trading. Successful skyfarers fund their expeditions by dabbling in trade. Inquire whether there are any good trading opportunities available. Promise of Days, a club. Seasoned captains gather trade stories or advice. Inquire about the war. How goes the war? How goes the war? War were declared. The slow-burning war for the Reach forms the backdrop to daily life in New Winchester. Citizens wishing to keep up with developments in the war turn to the New Gazette. It is famously the only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester, as well as the only paper that hasn't bankrupted itself. Its quality speaks for itself. We can learn all about our identity. Read about the current political situation, or search for our name. Learn about your reputation with the tackies and the stovepipes. A careful analysis of the balance of power. Who controls the Reach? The Assembly runs New Winchester from Victory Hall and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach. London's proxy, the Windward Company, however, maintains a considerable presence in the Reach. Although New Winchester is still neutral ground, tensions are mounting within and without the port. Let's see. It looks like we don't need to read any more of that. What about learning about trading? Let me tell you, son, if you ever heard about something called the art of the deal? A porter at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground, and they'll know about an opportunity or two. All right, I guess I'll go. Oh, there it is. Old pistons gleam on the walls. Shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. You may find helpful advice here. Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They're always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. That's why I'm here. 4 are gathered at their usual table. The masked citizen, a libertine polymath, and the pioneer of neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector. What? You made that up. And Spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the baroness. But that's the baroness's voice. Whoops. Yeah, of course, everything's so jolly dangerous, says the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to the Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Ask them how to make a fortune through trade. Are they just going to share that information with me? Between them, they've carried Navarrete gemstones from Eleutheria, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. Have they any tips? The didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans, an essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. The plucky Baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. I mean, I know how trading works. No, they turned him into a brew. Oh my gosh, my chair is currently kicking the bucket. Just nice. Let's ask if they know any good prospects. Yeah, you're so nervous. My new friends, they're so much cooler than me. In point of fact, I do, said the masked citizen, tapping an elegant finger on the elegant glass. An opportunity. The host at Magdalene's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar right away. Put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon's selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like he's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the east of New Winchester, and Magdalene's lies to the west. Accept this prospect from the bazaar if you haven't already, and buy seeds from the bazaar in Port Avon, sell them at Magdalene's. Well, it looks like we've got a quest. Let's head to the bazaar. But where is the bazaar? I forgot to ask them where the bazaar was. Ask about markets. Where's the bazaar, actually? Oh, and they tell me. We can buy goods cheaply. Let me think. Some ports have bargains. Okay, wait. Profile, journal, officers, chart, options, hold. Possessions, divestment. Bid them goodbye. Well, bid them. An opportunity. Inspector, I mean. Fastidious inspector. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowd towards you. She's short and square-shouldered in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It's embossed the crown and hourglass of London's horological office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Okay, I mean, pay sounds promising. That's amazing. Of course we'll get you to Port Prosper. Where is that, anyway? Port Prosper lies to the northwest of New Winchester. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress's new palace, and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. A gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, initial sum to seal our bargain. Sweet. Frutada. The Song of the Sky. We should ponder our ambition. Where to begin? You take advantage of a quiet moment to pull out your journal. The blank page sits before you, smug and unblemished. The horror. At last, inspiration strikes. You need fresh material. That's the ticket. Go out and explore the high wilderness, gather sky stories and tales of terror, and bring this and to begin the song of the sky. Oh, here it is. Shops. Bazaar. There we go. That's what we need. Seeds for Magdalene's. Okay, wait. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy to the weary skyfarer. Its hosts will tell you any lie you need to hear. Some of those lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds and will pay 80 sovereigns for each. Chair giving another perfect aspirin for my collection. Don't go talking about my ass. The furries will run with it. Ah. Okay, so verdant seeds can be purchased from at Hybris or the Leadbeater in Stainrod Nature Reserve. Okay, we've got. We shall undock. Wait. We forgot to buy everything. Like, we forgot to buy every resource. Let's get to the shops. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, this is for guns. Bazaar. Now let's go to the bazaar. Nope. Victoria Market. There we go. Engine yard. Oh boy, we can get a bigger ship. This one has little cat ears on it. Oh, it's so adorable. Moloch class liner. Wow, it's fancy. That's so much money. She'll go back to the market. This should be good. 3 fuel. How much money we got? Well, we got enough for that. Let's check what's... So that's our terror. We're fine. Where is... My hold is almost full. I know, though. But it's okay. Okay, we got $82 left. Man, just like real life. All right, now we undock and we head into the unknown. Okay, where are we? Yes, I believe that we will be... It said northwest to get to this spot that we gotta get to. Hey, what's this? Victory Hall. Can you let me through? The Assembly. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, colloquially called Tacites, gather and argue. Imagine if they give you cargo floats to transport like a real train. Oh, man. And it'll be just, like, flopping around everywhere. Raised in the wake of the blockade of New Winchester, this magnificence of glass and steel houses the Colonial Assembly. Been an entire day trying to reverse. Take a look around the Tacites, those settlers who want independence from London. They have work for a skyfarer. Yeah, a group of people who want independence from Britain. That's never happened before. We should go around the big rock, I think. That looks like it might be an enemy. Is it gonna look at me and try to shoot? Oh, wait. It's a scout. It's a Takati scout. I should probably... no, I shouldn't fight this thing. That's, if I want to get on their good side. A wall. We can send out... What was the scout button again? C. It's not C. C is cruise control. I'm speeding into the wall. Supposed to Lord on Ultron. How's it, how's Rivals today? Let's see. I need to... Controls, please. How to scout? Engage scout. F. Mixed bag as usual. Dang. Nice. Scout returns. What has it found? Yes, what has it found? That... I'm thinking that's probably where I'm going. Mocklin's Thrift. Oh, it's a little place. I mean, I can't dock there or anything. They're probably doing all right in there. Oh. Another scarred casualty of the interminable Winchester War. Am I really going to defile this grave for money? Of course I am. The wreck gleams with frost, the windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Enter through the shattered windscreens. But no, I don't have a good chance for that. Something valuable lies within? Or we can strip her for repairs. We don't really need repairs. I guess we just gotta go for the 20%. The steel of its chassis is mangled, but the bridge appears largely intact behind its broken windows. Failure! Oh, stupid! Your driver pulls your locomotive alongside the wreck close enough for you to leap the gap. You squeeze, with difficulty, into the starlit bridge, where frozen figures sit at stiff attention, the dead bridge crew. Mustaches bristle with ice crystals. You pick a careful path between them. Something at the far end of the room has caught your eye. Distressingly odored barrel. No one is keen to get close. Y'all are a bunch of wussies. You pry the lid off. Dear God! The blazes? Your navigator pokes the thing inside with the big stick until you're assured that it's dead. You now have one uncanny specimen. All right, awesome. I think. Where do we go now? Where's that city we're looking for? Guess we just gotta look around until we find it. That place I'm supposed to find seeds. I'm supposed to buy the seeds. Where's that, where's the seed store? I'd like to find that. Our terror is increasing. I think it might be because we're hearing, like, the wails of the damned. A stopped clock. A fastidious inspector approaches you in the gallery.
Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock is stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it.
She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Okay. Yeah. We'll permit it. You prefer things to be right more than twice a day. And take a drink. Excellent. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back of the clock back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure horological tools can gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place.
I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament.
Okay, she's trying to fix the clock. Oh boy, I have I can talk to her, but then I'll have to voice her more. No thanks. Bid her a good evening. You kind of interrupted me while I was trying to find our destination. It's like we can't go that way. Wait. Yeah, can't go that way. Well, this is a waste of fuel. Sucks. Undergrowth draws in. The calls of unknown gargantuan beasts rattle your engine. Here the reach runs wild. The crew is terrified. Nightmares untroubled. Terror 29%. That's not good. Well, like, come on, the city has to be over here, right? They said go northwest. So is it past the impassable wall of Ick? Keep hearing yelling and screaming. Oh, I thought that was a roar of a monster. That was just my engine. A wonder. You approach the memorial to the unknown rat. One by one, your crew remove their hats. Anyway, moving on. It's already been dealt with. Wonders immediately lower terror when you draw near them. As long as you haven't visited too recently, sometimes it's worth taking a detour to include them in your routes. Excellent, okay. We've leveled up. What do we got? Take a facet. Oh, it's my history. I've just remembered something. I just had a brain blast. What did the winds of fate hold in store? Who is Limphao? A week before your 13th birthday, when you would be driven from the urchin gang, you took part in a daring heist, scored an unusual haul. My apologies. Coffee is consumed. An interlude in red and gold. You lost your mind once. Hey, I can relate. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. So this gives me... a scandal. You were the gossip of London's salons, and the target of blistering editorials in the Gazette. Mad, they said. Bad, they said. Dangerous to know. Spell in prison, the judge, stony-faced, condemned you to the new Newgate, stalactite prison of old London. Came close that day to death. It left its mark. Let's see which, I'm just going by stats. Gives us hearts. Let's look at what our is fails. Yes, mirrors is the eyeball. Let's keep. Yeah. Let's go with this one. Yes. Silent as cats, you burgled one of the grand, gloomy mansions of old London. In a hidden attic, accessed by stair, concealed in the back of a rosewood wardrobe, you made your discovery of Forbidden Laboratory, a trove of disgraceful secrets. Let's do this. For the stats. A trove of disgraceful secrets. His lordship wouldn't want the contents of these letters to be revealed. In return for them, he'll pull some strings. Once. I see. Works for me. I have learned from my experiences. Hide this device. I need to find this town, man. Memorial of the Unknown Rat. I mean, I'm glad that we found that. I'm glad it's right there. Could be very handy if we're going to be passing by it. Oh, my crew is getting scared. You guys are a bunch of wussies. You haven't even been out here that long. I'm just like, where are we? Like, how could you guys be scared? Okay, where are we? Is that important? Is that important? Looks like it's not. Come on, bat. That's something. We're going to find it. Ugh. Wait, is there even a way through there? I hope so. This, so this experience of a relaxing Sunday stream, it has been nice to like, read a bunch of stuff. It's given me a chance to get better at reading things on stream. Oh no. Oh no. Is that it? I have to go through a... What is this layout? I know that this game's layout is like randomized, right? Did I just get mega screwed? It doesn't look so good. The inscription on the memorial to the unknown rat is dedicated to those brave Ratisfaber who gave their lives in the early exodus to heaven. What makes good rat? That sure does. This has to be the way through, right? That has to be. Let's mark this off the map. Clear this fog. The fog of war must go. Yeah. Whoops. I accidentally shot the cannon. Sorry. Sorry, missed input. These arboreal wilds are lush and green. Fronds hang... No, well, sorry. I missed. Bad streamer. Unsubscribed. Oh no, this isn't a way through. Because of course it's not. Why would it be? Why would things ever go my way? That'd be silly. Why would things ever go right? It's pretty relaxing. We better have something to show for it by the time we get back into New Winchester, because if we don't make some money, we're gonna go broke. We won't be able to afford any more fuel to go out and try to make more money. The edge of the wilderness, surveilled by the vigilant watchtowers of New Winchester. Where's the place I'm supposed to buy seeds? Journal. Can we talk about the rumored opportunities? The Bazaar of Port Avon. I'm looking for it, but where is it? Ugh. The journal. Yes, thanks. I know what it does. You must look. We're low on supplies. Yeah. Yeah. I know it. I know it. You know it. We all know it. Let's just agree to never talk about it, okay? It's not my fault. This looks like it could be dinner. What are you doing? Aha. Sky maddened explorer. Where's he going? Oh, he's got a spread shot. What? He's cheating. He's cheating. You're not allowed to do that. Come on. Whoa. Get him! Get him! Oops. I went a little bit too hard on him. The fallows. Don't know what that is. Oh, come on. Come on, try to ram me again. Try to do it. Try to do it. Watch. I pressed the wrong button. I'm so bad! Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, and you thought I was scared. Okay, loot the hold, gain random treasures, or try to gain crew. What, more mouths to feed? Heck no. Perhaps the engine was transporting something valuable. Yeah, let's get it. A solid crate, stamped with carefully sealed. It is heavily... I'm just gonna move on. The crew of this weathered engine has been driven mad by the winds and the stars and the things that haunt the sky. We'll take the crate. Windfall! It takes a wrench and your strongest stoker to lever off the lid, but at last the crate opens with a heavy thud. Your crew gasp. Inside, the lustrous saltine crystals of ground hours, mined and refined for commercial use. This is the final product of London's greatest and most precious enterprise. Unseasoned hours. I just bumped. Hull damage. Mm-hmm. Let's just not talk about it. I know I messed up. You know I messed up. Let's just not say anything. You know, let's not make it worse. Maybe I need to go back to port and ask where this place is. And get more supplies, because I need, yeah. Approach the memorial to the unknown rat. One by one, your crew remove their hats. Will this get me back there? If I go, like, down this way? Like, I'm hoping that there's a path through this way, right? And if there's not, I guess I just die. If I die, I die. Hello. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi. Let's not run face first into a rock. It looks like it will. It looks like there will be a path through this lights in the distance. A stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. Ah, we're close. We're close, and they know it. Just seeing us fill in this map. Huh, a lighthouse. Hi. This should be the last turn before we get there. Yep. I knew where I was going. Of course I knew where I was going. Hi. The taste of smog, the sound of iron on iron. We are home. We go down here. Check out this maneuver. They don't teach you that one in stupid school. Shops. Let's go to the market. We could sell our hours. We just got. We're going to need to because we need to buy more fuel and supplies. Fuel drains much slower, so that's probably how we're going to have to do it. We don't have enough for another supplies. Wow, they're expensive. Oh, boy. Gotta explore. I have to ask. Hello, everyone? Wait, I gotta go back to the club and talk to my new friends. Ask them how to make your fortune through trade. Good prospects available? The broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. It's to the... Wait, Port Avon lies to the east of New Winchester. I thought they said west. It's to the east, and Magdalene's is to the west. And then the clock woman wants to go to... The clock woman wants to go to the northwest. That's where she's going. Oh, let's go to the east then. Sounds like we better go down here. This way. Past Bancroft's Forum. Wonder what they do there. I'm still very curious what they do there. Oh, these are Tackities. Hello. My friends. Top of the morning to you. Don't be looking at me funny like that. I swear I didn't do nothing. Oh, weird lag. Oh, it's awfully blue in this area. It's pretty beautiful out here, honestly. People are scared of this place? Come on. This has to be where Port Avon is. It has to be. Distant nebula shines on this place. Its light as mellow as melted butter. Speak your magic words to me, you poet. Today the sky is as cool and blue as ice in a glass. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Oh, the village green. I see the port. Don't crash. Good. Odd place for the port to be. Stuck the landing. Newly discovered port. Excellent. Disembark. Oh, okay. Behold, a ruin of giants, gargantuan blocks jigsawed together, furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic village nestles among them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts, plating, piping, a chugging motor with its innards exposed. We going. Port Avon welcome is now 3. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. Welcome to Port Avon, she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scents greets you, leaves and wood smoke, enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend there. When you visit in the future, you may need to bring something to help keep them friendly. Okay, I'm trying to continue, please. Thank you. Write a port report. Yes, indeedio. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. To earn rewards, hand your port reports into the Endurant Veteran or the Prudent Secretary. They are normally found at the Victory Hall and Company House docks near New Winchester. However, they can move as the war in the Reach progresses. Okay, I understand. So it looks like, okay, I don't have gossip, so I can't share it. I don't have tea, so I can't share that. This looks like the only thing I can do here. Theory. Village Green. Golden nebula scintillates above Port Avon's apple trees. Allotments, eel fishers, and steepled church. Here you may, if you choose, immerse yourself in the village's quaint rhythms. The Auroral Sommelier. Someone has grafted brass wheels to the carcass of an old armoire and impaled its top with a jaunty damask umbrella. part of the village, surrounded by orchards of real apple trees that were shipped through the Avid Horizon as seeds. Speaking of seeds, go to the shop. Sharma and Sons, that's not it. Sack of verdant seeds. We don't have enough money. I have $2. I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed. This is all we have left. Okay. We have the port report. Go turn that in for money. And then I'll be right back. Wait, what is this? That might be a place that we go to a new area. Magdalene's is probably somewhere in this vicinity. Let's very quickly go and turn in that report. See how much money we get, and if it's not very much, then we're cooked. Well, it seems our terror has gone down, so that's nice. Now it's going up again because everyone's like, no, I want to go home. I thought you guys were sailors. There being this this big giant landmass in the way is really irritating. Would love for this to be a straight shot. Clamor of New Winchester could be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. Ah, it's the Tacketies. Hello. Don't ram me, please. There we go. We're almost there. Slip right on by this. Don't crash. Let's just speed through port real quick. With that went a lot faster in my head. And I think this should be the spot. Victory Hall. The Tacketies want our port reports. Her tireless exertions during the blockade earned her both a seat on the Assembly and enemies in London. She likes to be kept abreast of events. This will influence the balance of the power and the reach in favor of the Tacketies, the colonists seeking independence from London. Right, let's deliver. How much money are you gonna give me? A hundred? Okay. She listens with a scowl. Well, I'd rather know than not, I suppose, and thank you for bringing this to me, rather than the bloody stovepipes. I'll arrange a gratuity. She's like, what, they played cricket? Fascinating. 100 chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets as currency. Well, in my own heart, chicken nuggets are worth their weight in gold, so. Shops. No, not this place. We just gotta speed through. are you so upset at me for bringing up chicken nuggets as currency? Okay, speed on through here. Just let's hope that these two tackety ships aren't still humping each other. Okay, we're fine. Guess they got a room or something. This way, and now we can finally go and purchase the seeds from this place. And we can go and find Magdalene's and hopefully get paid an exorbitant amount of money. This is the first step to my road to riches. No, I picked the other ambition about writing the book and not becoming rich. But I want to become rich too, right? And why do you think I'm writing the book? It's to become famous and rich. Rich and famous. They go hand in hand, you know? Recruit a repentant devil. He's looking for a passage. Who is this guy? He's looking for passage. He claims to be useful. He doesn't ask where you're headed. Officers require a sign-on fee. Offer him a berth. He's repentant. There can be no harm. This will give you a signaler. It'll increase your iron by 2, your veils by 6, and your affiliation academe by 1. It's a sign-on fee. I need that money, though. Well, maybe next time. Maybe next time. We need that money. Write a port report, of course. My welcome still up? I still have welcome, right? Let's go to the shops. The bazaar, where we can buy seeds. Finally. Horticultural opportunity. A buoyant broker is selling sacks of verdant seeds. The flora of the reach is dangerously fecund. Plant a seed, water it, and give it a little light, and it'll sprout overnight. During transport, it is vital the sacks be stored in a cool, dark, dry place, or your hold is likely to become an impromptu shrubbery. Okay, now that we have those, we can seek out Magdalene's. Dry places in the ocean? No, this is space. We're in outer space. / the Eldritch Void. A little bit of both, actually. So we are glorp. Indeed so, yeah. Don't crash. Want to see want to see me go really close to this rock? Puts a little hair on your chest, don't it? What does that even mean? And we get to go and talk to our tackety friends again. And they will give us, hopefully, more money. Be like, and yeah, Port Avon's still the same as ever. Still a lot of cricket. And, yep, nothing to report. Hoping you'll pay me anyway. In there. Exchange my information. Deliver. 100 sovereigns. She's scowling because she knows that she has to pay me for telling her about this nonsense. It was like, when I asked for information, I was hoping, like, tactically relevant things. Like, if the London's forces have passed through there, or, you know, what the London's forces are planning, or anything pertaining to the London forces. Let's go to the shops, bazaar. We gotta, not the bazaar. Get some supplies and fuel. Now we go to the east. I mean the west. The west. West. I've never been so good with east and west. North and south are easy. East and west, like, they always gave me trouble. This is just a landmark, I'm guessing. Was that a gun? Is that a big cannon? Don't shoot me. I'm just passing through. That's a tackety ship. We just passed it by. We just passed it by. Young's found. I got points for that. Let's hope Magdalene's is close, cause... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. There's a way through, right? Just gotta go, It's okay, we're filling in the map. Filling in the map. I meant to do that. I meant to do that. I know exactly where I'm going. Let's just deal with the situation first. Where are you aiming? How did I miss? How did I miss? I dare you to try to ram me. Dare you. I dare you. Stupid! 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 Ha ha! Who's this guy? Examine the captain's logs. Oh, we have a 72% chance. Make this work. We can gain hull as well, but we don't really have to. The biggest threats around here is more of those guys. They may shed... Examine the captain's logs. Find a sky score. I failed! I now have a tale of terror, though. The smell of turpentine hangs in the air. Fresh paint drips from the ceiling, as does a stoker, suspended with ropes. The bed sheets have been painted with amateurish portraits of the dead stoker. In the first few, he is alive. In the later ones, he is not. Young Galorbawan. Ah, don't crash. Magdalene's has to be close, right? It's gotta, like, we gotta be really close. Wait, this is a light? Is that Magdalene's? I doubt it, right? Do they have their own lighthouse? It's just a light. It's just a light. Edge of the wilderness, surveilled by the vigilant watchtowers of New Winchester. Does it have a name? It does. Barcelar's Folly. Wait, what is this? Colonists have made home here. among the choking verdants of the Reach. What is this? A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. Here is an abandoned homestead, its roof sagged, its windows empty of glass. For every settler that makes a life for themselves in the Reach, another is lost. Yeah, let's search it. We got 60% chance to succeed. 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. What did I tell you? Guys, look what we found. We found booty. You find bottles of homemade wine in the cellar, pots of meat pickling under the soil by the doorstep, and salvageable tools to an overgrown shed. Modest treasures that could mean the difference between life and death if your fortunes turn. We gain supplies. Excellent. Now let's see. Magdalene's has to be close, right? I'm not losing my mind. Well, it's not here. Don't crash. The sky is wrong. This is not where you're meant to be. Was it a trick of the mists? Has a wind carried you astray? Have the heavens themselves turned on their axis? Press on. Push forward into stranger skies and hope that somewhere beyond you'll find the familiar territories again. Unlocked when you have airs of terror. What is this? You have not earned the wrath of the burrower below. Okay. Sounds interesting. Success! What did I tell you? You order the crew to stand firm and hold the course as you traverse this uncanny fold of the sky. Eventually, your navigator utters a grateful oath, a landmark. You are found again. Okay, we strayed into the pocket dimension for a brief moment, but it looks like everything's okay now. We should take a detour around the rat to deal with a little bit of this terror. Yeah, we'll be good. Havenwood. Hi! 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 Inscription. We deal with a little bit of that terror. We just take a little bit of an excursion right around the rat. And back to our adventure. Like this place that I almost entered here. It's gotta be like right here, right? Yeah, like it's gotta be right in here. There's no way it's not. Right? Like, please tell me it's there. Uh-oh. Frosty fingerprints. Due to undermanning, one of your crew cabins sits empty. But a story has taken root among the crew that something sleeps in there on nights when the wind howls. Something that leaves frost on the bed sheets. Some of the crew have begun raiding the pantries to leave bowls of food outside the cabin door. Your cook complains. Force someone to sleep into the empty cabin. I'm too much of a wussy to force them to not do that. And I'm also not nice enough to sleep in it myself. I'm also too much of a wussy to sleep in the cabin, so I'm just like, okay, we'll just 50-50 it. Force someone else to sleep in the cabin. Failure. What happened to him? You choose a member of the crew by drawing lots and send him to sleep in the vacant cabin. He makes a show of bravado as he enters, whistling cheerfully. The next morning, you find him frozen to the bed. His eyes are closed as if he still slept. The window is open. You've lost 1 crew. You've gained 5 terror. Gained a tale of terror, and another crew member lost. Well, better him than me, as I always say. Magdalene's. Magdalene's, please. We need comfort. We need comfort and money. It'd be great to be able to get some money. I mean, have a place to stay for a while. Where is this freaking place? It can't be that question mark over here, right? It can't be. For sure it's not. Send the bat out. There's a question mark up there. Is that it? I hope so. Although that would be a really, really bad place for it to be. A carmine glow burns in the dark. Magdalene's, where you can buy comforting lies. Oh, it is Magdalene's. A fish! Oh, it's got IBS. Got it. Whatever it was. A cantankery placated. The cantankery are lumbering, half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost everything. The defeated cantankery has been blasted to smithereens. Only a cloud of stony chunks remains. Disperse the rebel, lose terror. Look for an uncanny specimen. Leave the beast untouched. Let's try to find a specimen, I think. We have a chance. Partial success. All right. None of the remaining pieces are whole enough to be of interest, either academic or ghoulish. However, you do find a few fragments of carapace veined with what looks like gold. Okay. Found a penny or something. Found a penny or two. Another one. This is a different one, though. Oh, he's really mad now. Oh, this one's tougher. We're okay. A bull cantankery defeated. This bull was a king of its kind, an isopod with the dimensions of an elephant sheathed in a layer upon layer of semi-calcified armor plates, all wrapped around the temperament of an embittered badger. Now, it is a ruin of muscle and shell. It chisels stones from its carapace to gain sovereigns, or capture a lesser cantankery clinging to the bull's underbelly. Let's try it. Is it a parasite, a servant, an apprentice? Is it beginning to stir, having sensed the death of its host, or master, or teacher? Failure. That's bad. I lost a crew member, and I lost supplies. That's really bad. The crew try to tangle the younger cantankery in a net before it wakes. Unfortunately, they are not gentle enough. The beast grumbles, it stirs, and it thrashes its way free, and then crew spinning into the sky before it propels itself away. Well... kind of sucks to suck. This must be Magdalene's. New facet available. A narrow escape. Wait, that's not Magdalene's. Miners dug too deep into this worldlet, disturbing a disgruntlement of cantankery. We're near a horror. What is it? Found a horror, one of the more disturbing landmarks in the wilderness. Don't linger, your terror will increase more quickly than usual as long as you remain near it. When settlers arrived in the Reach, miners flocked to this frozen rock, lured by the promise of hours stored in its core. An eruption of cantankerity has left in its current mangled state. A makeshift graveyard stands at the lip of the rock, a memorial and a warning. Let us pay respects. We don't have the munitions to be able to mine for hours. We are successful. You're able to dig out a dozen or more lanterns from the muddy sleet. You find tinder to light them and a rope to lash them to the wooden posts that mark the graves. Some of the posts are marked with black crosses indicating a member of the Windward Corps of overmen, and shot firers. A stoker begins a brief and dirge-like hymn. I've gained Tackety's gratitude and gained reputation with the Tacketies, and my terror has fallen. That's wonderful. I am out of here. That's the rock. I gotta get out of here. And the port, Magdalene's must be down here. Hopefully we can buy supplies there, because that would be... We're going a bit hungry, eh? Sounds like you. What was that about? I was absorbed in reading that. Now, you guys can take your jackets off now. Wait, is this Magdalene's? It is. Newport, the crew are eager to see what it has to offer. Finally. Let's see. We don't have any nightmares. Our terror is actually doing quite fine. But we don't have to do any of these. Magdalene's is the closest thing many Skyfarers have to a home. It offers services to alleviate the strain of a life spent too close to the stars. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the cloud like swords. Walk in here. Let's write a port report. That would be lovely. We can get paid for this. Magdalene's is a proper destination. Someone will no doubt be interested to know how things are here and who has been seen here. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chimed, then a clamor goes up at the front desk. Guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord Redacted was seen in a conversation with the amenable host. The East Wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Shops, let's check the shops. Bazaar. Oh, seeds of Magdalene's. Yes, we can sell these. To complete the prospect, supply 3 more. Yes! The amenable host smiles, just what we needed. Although I must admit, I do miss roses and lilies and bluebells. Still, these celestial blooms have their own virtues. Some of them weep, you know. He pays you a generous gratuity. I gain experience for that. Bargains available. Ministry-approved literature. Has been thoroughly censored. Nothing here is likely to startle your maiden aunt or make her cackle. Would this sell? If we took it back, I'll just buy one. How much money do I have? At 311. At 311. I try to think of a 311 song to sing, but I only know like 2. And I can't think of either one. Okay. Meeting with the amenable host. Waiting list. Unfortunately, the host has too many calls in their time, and you have yet to become a known face around these parts. Perhaps once you've availed yourself of the services, they will have time to speak. I guess we'll speak with an attendant. The staff at Magdalene's promises the treatments for the deleterious effects of the high wilderness: loneliness, desperation, folly, regret, love. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern there. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will welcome... Our staff will become the person you need. Here you may say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for the fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not become an addiction. Observe the guests going in treatment. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants mill around the forecourt in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set in the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hour. One lady has a terrible gleam in her eye, another a recording device. The attendant shakes her head as a merchant in a threadbare suit waves at her. She walks away, face set in slight frown. The trader flushes, aware he has breached the social covenant of Magdalene's. The host strides past, ignoring the crowd of admirers. The glass spires of Magdalene... That, I already read that. I have nothing to do here, it seems. Beatrice's exchange. They sell souls here? They do sell souls. Okay, I think we can head home. I hope there's a way around down here. I really hope so. Looks like there might not be. Except I lied, because there is. I knew that. I knew that. Why wouldn't there be? Of course there is. You must be crazy. You just head right back on over to New Winchester. We're down to our last supplies. Let's see, I wonder if we could make it all the way over to Port Avon and get another report. Because they said if you turn in, like, more reports at once, that you get more money. Which would rock. Can I get there on just the supplies? Don't... Well, I think so. But it's a bit of a risk. What is this? Mirror. Oh, it's a wreck. A wreck. A wreck gleams as frost, as windows are dark, as engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. Let's enter through the yawning tear in the hull. Failure, of course. I fail every one of these. I gained terror. And I lost crew. Threadbare suit. As your lamps reveal uncanny marks around it. Were they caused by ricocheting shrapnel or by vast teeth? Your boarding party's search is unsurprisingly hurried. They retrieve only handfuls of valuables before the hull's groans encourage them to return to your vessel. Not all of them make it. The wreck buckles with a shriek that might have issued from the throat of hell and spins apart. I gain a tale of terror. Let's get out of here. You're a little short-handed. When you have fewer crew than your local safe manning number, things will begin to go wrong. Discontent. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. It's gone! She points through one of the stained glass windows. A star! It winked out! You look through the glass. Stars burn upon the firmament. The specific patch of sky she's pointing to is indeed empty, but you couldn't say if a star had been there before. I can't give extra supplies. We're on our last one. We have Heirs of Terror. We're at 52%. Set watch on the stars. We have a 21% chance of success on this. Is it true if you organize a rota of observers, would you see it happen? But it will mean exposing the watchers to the stars' perilous light. We have to try. We fail. Your careful schedule lasts until the third night, when two of the watch persons are struck down by an overwhelming melancholy. Their eyes are dazzled with starlight. You are forced to relieve them of duty before the ailment affects anyone else. We lost 2 crew. I couldn't do anything about that, man. Oh my gosh. We can't issue extra rations. Your engine's operating only skeleton crew, and you are all forced to take double shift. Everyone's tired and increasingly lax. Something must be done. We just have to just get it together. You need them sharp. If they're sharp because they hate you, so be it. We gain terror. I don't care. By the end of the day, your crew's surliness has been replaced by obedient fear. Your engine operates efficiently once more, as it should be. I am in charge around here. How can we go 5 feet without someone dying? Hi. 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 Oh, boy. Okay, let's see what we can sell. Nectar for Magdalenes. Hold on. Bizarre. A new business opportunity? Lord Redacted of Port Prosper requires 3 consignments of souls for an infernally themed party to celebrate his diamond wedding anniversary. The quality of the souls is immaterial. Their function will be purely decorative. God save the Queen, etc. Prosper lies to the northwest of New Winchester. Well, this would be something. We can purchase that at Magdalene's. Okay, I'm putting together the cork board right now with all the little red lines. We go over here. We purchase what we need. The nectar for Magdalene's. Okay, so Magdalene's requires up to 3 gourds of Chorister nectar. Only respectable business persons need apply. Nectar can be reliably purchased at Titania and Carillon, or collected from Chorister hives. Well, that's good. I did not mean to undock. I'm bad at video games. I don't know if you knew that. Shops. Let's go to the market and see if we can sell. Oh, we can sell this literature. Make a small profit. Buying. Buy these. We are good. We need to recruit crew. Yeah, hire on crew, please. Group 2 or 3 crew. Let me just check real quick, actually. My profile? Hold. How do we check what our recommended crew is? You can carry a maximum of 10, but how many is the recommended? No. Just pressing every button now. Let's hire 2 or 3. Relieved to be aboard. There's a buzz of chatter as your new crew board your engine. A brief scuttle over the berths is swiftly resolved. Scuffle, I mean. Okay, we're good now. Repair your locomotive. That would be handy, actually. Let's do that. Costs 3 sovereigns per hole you've lost. I'll take the hit. And I'll just be more careful in the future. Won't happen again. That's the wrong way. We are going to Port Avon. Get a port report. And we are turning it back in with the Tackities. I'm going to get a fat paycheck. And I think I'll call it. It was a nice, relaxing stream. Call it. Yeah, call it. Huh? Call it quits for the stream. A touch of the skies. Skyfarers exposed to the haunting light of the stars are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. The junior signaler is discovered in the hold amidst a pile of dissected books. She's cutting out words and grouping them in clusters to represent a new system of linguistic categorization. Narrative is preposterous and occlusive, she informs you. Meaning is the only sensible foundation for classification. You examine her arrangements. The words light and law sit side by side. Nearby, conjunction, philosophy, and faction huddle together. Confine them to quarters where they can do no harm. They're no good to you in this state. You confine them to quarters to resolve to discharge them at next port. The atmosphere aboard is subdued for a time. But it is understood that these things happen in the sky. The heaven's price, as they call it. We lost crew, because why would anything ever go right? This is me we're talking about. Maybe I didn't hire on enough crew members. What in the world is that? Oh. That was my calendar. We get to touch down in this quaint little village. Take note of everything that's not happening. And then we just get the heck out of here because there's nothing to do or see. But gosh, is it worth good money? We recruit the devil guy. It's pretty expensive. We're about to get paid though, so let's offer. In addition to your ordinary crew, you now have an officer, perhaps a mascot. Officers must be appointed before you can benefit from their skills, abilities, or animal charisma. The first officer you recruit for each role will automatically be appointed. Change officers, open the officers panel while in port. He has very little luggage. A single satchel of books and a folded greatcoat appear to be his only personal effects. His manner is calm, almost pedantic, as he negotiates his duties and his pay. But you have a sense that he urgently wants to be out of Port Avon. Let's just write the report. Gotcha. What are they selling, actually? What are they selling?
What? What are they selling?
Okay. Bazaar. No bargains. They are selling souls, but they are expensive. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to buy those from Magdalene's anyway. They're probably cheaper over there. And if they're not, I'm going to do something very foolish and rash in Minecraft. Newly acquired repentant devil is standing most unrepentantly over a body in the hallway. Inspect the deceased. You don't recognize him. You haven't seen this person before. One of your crew? But the deceased is no one you know. A stranger on your locomotive. Peculiar luggage you brought on board, says one of the crew, when some others have gathered. Wouldn't have thought it would fit in your little bag. First, clean up. Won't do to leave the body in the hall. Then your unrepentant devil can explain himself. He's still got the blood on his cuffs. Okay. He looks younger than most devils, but he is significantly older. His gaze is blank and yellow, a wall against speculation. He grooms his sideburns artfully and knows how to be tactful with less seasoned members of the crew. Let's ask him about the guy he killed. Officers who generate corpses on your locomotive are a liability. He was a stowaway. Oh, jeez. He was a stowaway, explains the devil indifferently. He's been stalking me for more than a month. I thought I'd lost him when I came aboard, and he turned up in my quarters. From the body, he has lifted a clinking bag of souls. Perhaps he was sent to bribe me rather than to kill me. He tilts his head to consider the soul collection. Apparently thinks I'm a cheap hire if so. The devil's gaze reverts to you. I regret to say this is probably not the last time this happens. I may be destined to attract negative attention. Oh, we got experience from that. Heck yeah. A second minute to listen to the devil's suggestion. He has been giving you meaningful glances. He must want something. The devil's what? During Pride Month. A request for leave at the Avid Horizon. He laughs when approached. Oh dear. A little obvious, perhaps. His gaze is amused and flickers with intensity. I have an idea that might be beneficial for us both. I'd like to improve the lives of the workers at the home office on the Avid Horizon. If you don't mind permitting me a little shore leave. Will generate new prospects at the Avid Horizon if placed on secondment there. Sounds good. I mean, I have no idea what that means. The Avid Horizon, that sounds familiar. Fragmentary ruin drifts here, ignobly forgotten. It seems like I don't have the ability to inspect that. I don't have a saying. Let's upgrade. The winds of fate hold in store. Below stairs, the comforts of every well-to-do household rely on the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. Yeah, I'm happy I got a stream in today, too. I was feeling like I wouldn't get there. My smokestacks. Let's go with this one. Yeah. The comforts of every well-to-do household rely on the scurrying, grinding work of its servants. You know this firsthand. You dealt with the matters your masters couldn't be troubled with, like cleaning and cooking and parenting. But how loyal were you? You kept their secrets. Every family had them, some grander and darker than others. Your silence had value. No doubts to use as blackmail later.
Ooh, loose luggage? What? He's spawned in, dude. He just spawned in. It was a trap. That was close. One more hit. Oh, I missed. Got him. Sweet. Loot that. Search for survivors. Try to gain crew. This better work. Yeah. Most of the... What do I even get these stats for? Most of the locomotive's windows are broken. A star wind whistles through them. You finally corpses in their locomotive killed in the battle or barricaded in their cabins, or in one case stuffed into a cupboard. He must have been a nerd. Stuffed him in his locker. That is probably the techniques. Almost there. Then we go turn in our reports, get paid, get money, get paid. Do not crash. Taste of smog, the sound of iron on iron. We are home. Oh boy. The thing in the mist. A sudden jolt. I think we've hit something, brother. Your driver observes. The mists are thick. You could turn back and search for it. We double back. Fortune gives us a chance for 50% chance. If you use up fuel, there might be danger, but perhaps whatever you hit was valuable, or perhaps it needs help. Offer whatever it was to the waste. Wait. the waste waifu. Occupies abandoned places. It is lonely, but spurns company. It likes toys. Produce terror, but increase nightmares. Offer whatever it was to the storm that speaks. Storm that speaks rages in the night, covets that which is past. Bored elder gods that I could choose to mess with should I be so inclined, but I'm not. Let's double back. We failed, of course we do. It's only a 50-50. It's only 50-50. Why would I ever win one of those? Hello. You have stumbled in on... I'm close to ending stream, but I appreciate you being here. The thunderous roar, whatever it was you hit. It's big, aggressive, and offended. Offended. It, you know, is what it is. Let's just turn in our reports. It's a 50-50. Never play Fear and Hunger. That would be a great... It would be great to play that game. I think people would get a kick out of that one. We shall turn in... Savage Secret. Good favor for an otherworldly artifact. Chat with the veteran. Well, let's save that for a while. I don't even know if I need those. Please. 200 sovereigns. Yes. We have gratitude. We got fortunes. We have lost fortune with the stovepipes. Yeah. Serves them right. Perhaps not. Now we'll go back home to New Winchester, and that's where I will stop this. Do not crash. And saving. And it's done. It's good. Wonderful. Let us just swap over here. It's been good to see you guys. Appreciate you hanging out. I'm glad you love being here. It's my goal. Love you, dudes. I'll see you on the next one, which will be tomorrow. Proper stream. Actual Final Fantasy progress. But, this was nice, having a Sunday stream where I can just play whatever I want. Love dudes during Pride Month. I'll see you guys later.